Hi Kingdom Kids, I'm Donna the Beat and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about our abstinent journey, y'all. This series has been good because actually I have gotten requests from the younger generation. So I'm making this video for everybody, but ultimately for the younger generation, I have gotten requests about speaking to them, you know, just giving them encouragement, because when you are younger, it is not okay. So you basically never experienced being intimate with someone, so you don't have the same outlook as someone who has already been intimate, who can tell you, oh, it's not all it's cracked up to be, oh well, it's better if you wait, things like that. So those who have already experienced being abstinent, we already have that insight. But for the younger generation, they are looking from the outside looking in, you know, just with the you know, just the curiosity and, you know, the unawareness, so to speak. And so my advice to you guys is, I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm not telling y'all something just to keep y'all from doing something. I'm being honest with y'all. It's an experience that lasts all of maybe about 5 minutes. It's not worth your virtue. It's not worth your value. It's not worth your reputation. It's not worth your purity. Not now, at least. I think that is something that you should give to your forever person, your permanent person, not just a temporary somebody, because you're going to feel so, you know, you're going to feel so worthless afterwards if it's not your forever person. I feel like right now is your time to really focus on learning how to love yourself. A lot of us fail to realize that once we get into situations and we encounter these relationships and we pour so much into people and we pour so much into our relationship and our idea of what love and this and that, we honestly realize how much we don't even know how to love ourselves, right? You learn how to love yourself after you experience so much heartbreak, or you experience so much of life. But if I can give you any advice beforehand, I would say spend a lot of time learning how to love yourself, enjoying just getting to know yourself, okay? Because my daughter asked me, she said, how come people they end up getting divorced after they've been married since high school or whatever? Because when you go through relationships from being young, you don't give yourself time to like just explore, know what you like, travel, really just build yourself up. You're so busy pouring in and pouring into someone else and trying to make this relationship work that you don't prioritize yourself. But if you make yourself a priority, by the time you get with somebody, you know exactly the type of person that you want. You know exactly who you are. You know how to love yourself. You know how not to be a people pleaser, how not to just settle for anything, how not to be desperate and try to hold on to something that's hurting you just because you don't want to be by yourself. When you spend time loving and just being with yourself before you get in a relationship, you build up so much confidence, and you build up so much experience and just love for self that you don't just go for no anything. So I think that spending a lot of time with yourself and loving yourself is very important at this age. Also, when it's so much chatter in your ears about this and that, and you seeing stuff on TV and you hearing all of this stuff about people having sex or being intimate or whatever the case, I just want y'all to know that you're not really missing anything. And I would rather you wait to have that moment with your person who you can truly love and pour love into. And it can be a loving moment. It can be a sacred moment. It can be a moment that you remember and that you appreciate and that you love and carry with you forever, than for you to have that moment with somebody who don't really care about you, somebody who is only temporary, somebody who is only looking at you for pleasure and not for purpose. You know what I'm saying? So just be patient, y'all. And honestly, like me and my daughter talked about last week, if it's somebody who really care about you, they're not gonna try to rush you. They gonna want you to be with them forever too. It's guys out here, young men out here, teenage men out here, who actually have feelings. They don't want their heart broke either. So if you dealing with somebody who truly love you and think the world of you, they will be patient with you. They will be okay with waiting. They will be okay with having the important conversations before any of that. Somebody who just only out for pleasure, they always gonna talk about it. They're gonna try to rush you. They're gonna try to make you feel like you not good enough because you ain't doing it yet or whatever. Those are the signs. So if I can say anything, when you wait, you filter out the people who are not for you, because those who are not for you are not going to be okay with waiting. Those who are for you are going to be okay with waiting, and they're going to take the proper steps that needs to be taken in order for you to be their wife and actually open up to them in that way. So if anybody is rushing you or pressuring you or making you feel bad about not doing it, that is your sign to walk away from them. That is not your sign to, oh, I need to hurry up and do this or they're not gonna like me. No, that's not what that's giving. That's the sign for you to leave them in the dust right where you found them at, because they're not the one. The one is gonna wait for you. He's gonna love you. He's gonna cherish you. He's gonna care for you. He's gonna be patient with you. So to all my teens out there, just be patient. Spend a lot of time loving yourself and getting to know yourself and building up your goals and dreams, because once you get into a relationship and you get to having kids and stuff, you don't have time for your dreams. You don't have time to be the rich person that you want to be. You don't have time to really just love on yourself and spend all the time with yourself. You got to be a good wife and be a good mom and all this other stuff. So spend as much time as you can loving yourself, spending time with yourself, and putting yourself first. And the right person is going to come along and they're going to be doing the same thing for themselves, and they're going to know that you mean so much to them that they're willing to take the steps that they need to take, which is marriage, in order for you to be able to open up to them in that way. Secondly, you do not play wife roles to temporary people. You don't be out here doing everything that a wife will do for her husband to a temporary boyfriend. You're leaving him nothing else to want for. If you give everything to him now, what do he have to work for? What do he have to want for? There's no mystery there. So why would you give everything that you should give to your husband, your life partner, that went out his way to pursue you, to lock you down, to somebody who's temporary, who only wants your body, who only wants pleasure from you? So then he's gonna go off and get it from another girl. So like, use your brain here. If you guys have any questions for me, make sure y'all put it down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody who's watching the channel and who has reached out to ask me specific questions about this journey, because this is important, and I'm so glad that I can speak to the younger generation, because I know it's hard when it's something you never experienced and you're hearing all this talk about it and you're seeing these movies and all this stuff. Trust me, if it's not your husband, it's not that important. Because if he didn't feel that you were important enough for him to commit to, that's telling you that he's the type of person who does not want to be committed. And he can't wait to test drive you so he can go out and test drive something else, okay? When guys are not mentally willing to commit, that means that they are immature, or that means that they're taking time to focus on themselves, which means that you're not going to be that one that he give everything to, which means it's going to be someone else. So if you don't want to be used up and tossed to the side, you might want to wait. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video.